What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your WWE King and Queen of the Ring 2024 post-show review for your May 25th, 2024. We're going to be talking about everything that happened here today at WWE King of the Ring. If you guys joined us in our last stream, we talked about the predictions for WWE King and Queen of the Ring. Myself, TJ, and Olaf are here once again as we are going to be going over everything that happened at WWE King and Queen of the Ring. It wrapped up like around 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It was a good about it was a little less than 3 hours for the pay-per-view tonight, and it was just a really, really good show overall. We're going to be talking about everything that happened. I personally got everything correct because I'm the best, but ultimately, we're going to be talking about it all. I got Loft and I got TJ here. How are you guys feeling? I mean, it was a good show. I really can't complain about anything that happened tonight.
Is it good, Michael? You hear me?
I hear you.
I was a little upset. I didn't go undefeated. Obviously, I kind of knew that was going to happen because I kind of knew they were going to have Nia win, but I really wanted Lyra to win. But besides that, I got everything else correct because I'm him. But yeah, WWE put on a great show. Again, showed that quality over quantity. And that main event, I'm not going to lie, I would not be surprised if Meltzer gave it 5 stars.
Knowing Meltzer, it would probably be true. Yeah. It's fair. I guess it's fair to say. Loft, my man. How you feeling, man? I mean, we all know how you're feeling based on your profile picture.
Hey, that was my main goal. You know what I'm saying? That was my main goal going into the show, and I pray for this, and it happened. You know what I'm saying? This is what I've been waiting for. So
Your inner Drew McIntyre came out.
You know what I'm saying? This all I ever wanted for real. So
Is that
what?
That's
Yep.
Is that Solomon?
Yep. Yeah. It showed up like 3 times during the show. I was like, oh, look at that.
Shout out to Jason Solomon, man. Good for him. I saw Santee signs all over the place. I saw Dijak signs all over the place. Good for them.
There was a few good shots of it.
Yeah. Good. Shout out to Jason, man. But yeah, I mean, dude, you got your inner Drew McIntyre. You prayed for it and it happened. So good for you.
That's all I really want. Everything else was absolutely amazing. Again,
yeah.
I go into Logan Paul matches like, why is he here? And then he puts on a really good match. So the main event was great. Gunther and Randy, I took my shirt off for the second half of the entire stream because that match was excellent. I see why they're doing a second match, probably because of the whole Randy and the shoulder thing, which, I mean.
Well, Triple H already said that when Randy is able to get back into everything, they might do it again. So who knows?
It's cool with me. Gunther's going to go over again, so that's all I really cared about. They can do it 3 more times. As long as Gunther wins every time, I'm A-okay, you know what I'm saying? So
I don't think it's actually going to be for the crown or anything like that, but I mean, you know, I don't know if it's going to be for the crown or not. They just said if they ever want to do it again, let's go. So I don't know.
It's cool with me, but everything else was excellent. I think Liv is probably going to have to defend it against Becky on Monday, which again scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
That terrifies me, but I don't know.
If they do a 2-day title reign for this revenge tour, it was worthless. It would be worthless.
That would that would be one of my reasons. I ain't gonna lie, that would be one of my reasons if something like that happened, because you would have to. I don't think they're gonna do that. It may be a false finish or something like that. I don't think they're gonna let Becky get pinned twice just because Becky losing twice is like a sin to them, I guess. But then where'd he go?
God dang it, TJ! Loft is not me.
I am Phil. I am now Phil. Oh, now I'm
you're
TJ.
TJ.
See,
Now
I'm
you're
mad
TJ
people.
for a second, because
I'm everybody.
but
Nah,
but yeah, when has WWE ever really, taken into account those rematch clause? They make those rematch clause happen whenever they need to fit a narrative. They do.
I feel like there's multiple people who deserve the rematch clause that never got one.
Never get them. Never get them. So it only matters when it only matters whenever it just needs to. I guess they never really set
It's
a
very inconsistent.
specific date with it.
It's very inconsistent, and they throw it out there just in case they have to make sense of something, even though there's nothing to make sense of. But we'll see what happens on Monday.
And now TJ's me. Get
I am
over to
still
where
TJ.
you need to be.
I am Phil. Okay. Where are you at?
I think TJ's in a tunnel. Forgot. Why do you want to switch? You're not Loft, TJ.
I am Terrence again. Okay.
Bro, I didn't do that. I put me in there, and then you tried to move me while I was moving me.
No, I didn't. I got the control here.
Terrence, where are you at?
I also have the controller, Phil. What do you mean?
I got the control here.
Both y'all put your hands up. Both y'all put your hands up. Don't touch
put my hands up. My phone hits the ground. I can't put my hands up.
Look,
we're just home.
We're here. We're fine. We were all just home. I don't know why you had to go into a goddamn tunnel for no reason.
Well, because I have work in like 20 minutes, and Phil
then
said,
why'd you say you would do the show?
Okay. Because you said earlier, we were gonna do it earlier, and then you told me, I gotta go to my aunt's. And then you said,
plans changed, motherfucker. What do you want from me? Okay, look.
Yo, what, bro?
Hey, this just shows I'm dedicated to this because I can do this while even on my way to work.
Y'all see what happened behind the scenes? You see this foolishness that I have to deal with?
This is what happens, okay? Whatever. We're gonna get things started, guys. First of all, I want to say thank you for all of the people that are here tonight for the King of the Ring post show. The fact that you guys even want to come to OTB for your post show is greatly appreciated, and we absolutely love that you do come to OTB for all your pro wrestling needs. So thank you. Hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications here on the YouTube side of things. We are also live on mine and TJ's Twitter accounts. So if any of you guys from the Twitter chats want to, leave a comment, leave a question about what you guys want to talk about for this King and Queen of the Ring post show, let us know. Type in chat. We'll highlight it here. We'll discuss and we'll do everything that we need to do before we get out of here tonight. But when it comes down to it, we did start off with that kickoff match with the women's tag team titles. Don't need to go too much into detail considering that they were just going to retain titles anyway. But from what I did see in this matchup, not a bad match for what it is. Just they were always just going to retain the titles.
Yeah, that was the going into it. It was like, okay, they're doing this match just to make sure they defend it.
Yeah,
they got the little tag team finisher going on. It looks like a SBR 2010 creative finisher. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Anything involving Jade and Bianca, I don't. They could do whatever they want to do. So,
got that right.
I'm on board.
Anytime Jade Cargill can get more in-ring experience, I'm fine with it. Get her in there with as many new people as possible. Because she needs to learn with different people on this roster and get acclimated to the in-ring style of WWE than she was in AEW.
Did anybody catch how Indy kept trying to mock Bianca while she was trying to do the spin with her damn pigtails and shit?
Yeah.
That's why she got her ass beat. That's what you get. That's what you get. Fucking around.
She kept trying to do emotes. I don't like that.
Emote your ass to a loss.
Yeah.
So
it was a cool match, though.
It was a cool match for what it was. They retained their titles as they should and as they, were predictably going to. Now their next challengers seem to be, I guess it's going to be Shayna and Zoe. So there you go. I mean, they were already number one. I mean, they were already number one contenders. They were already built as number one contenders, and then Indy and Candice got the shot. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So I mean, I guess it's gonna be Shayna and Zoe, and they're gonna lose too. So it is what it is. But yeah, we really started off the day today with the Women's World Championship matchup there, as you guys can see by Loft's background right there. Liv Morgan is your new Women's World Champion. Now, we all saw this happening. I thought that if Becky Lynch were to retain the championship here and then have Liv Morgan get a however many else chance to get this Women's World Championship at like a SummerSlam or something like that, I thought that would have been really cool to see, but they decided to capitalize on it tonight, and they have her now as the new Women's World Champion. Ultimately, I do think it is the right decision, but I want to hear from you guys, obviously, and where you guys think Liv Morgan's championship reign is going to go from here.
That I'm still I still don't know how they're gonna go about that, because Rhea, I feel, either is about to come back or she'll be back by the time, I guess, SummerSlam, maybe sometime after, not too much after SummerSlam. Only thing I need Liv to do is consistently win matches. As long as she does that, you have a good world title run as far as her, I would keep her mostly in the ring. I would keep her more so like off the mic. Just on the sense of, you don't have to go out there and say what you've already done so much. And Liv isn't the best promo, as we already seen. So unless we get her like a manager, or if we're going to just have Liv go out there and slowly get better at cutting the promos, I think just her in-ring work needs to be the thing that takes most account, because anybody can go out there and talk it, but now she's the champion, so now she has to wrestle as if she is the best in the women's division, and do that consistently. She can't have matches where she's tapping out and then still winning. She can't have these fluke victories, and and not have people see her as the champion. You know what I'm saying? She's already behind the 8 ball because people don't like her anyway. She's already at a disadvantage because people just don't like seeing her anyway. So now you have to go out there, you have to work 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't really have the luxury, that some other superstars do. So you have to work that much harder. And I know she can, because she's improved so much over the years, to the point where finally they decided to give her this chance. So I definitely think this is going to eclipse her SmackDown Women's Championship run, because of how botched that was. And a lot of people are going to realize that never was Liv's fault. And then, I think if she can beat Becky again, that would be nice, just to solidify it. When Rhea comes back, I don't know what happens with that, because
Rhea's taking the title back.
I understand that, but at the same time, if Rhea comes back sooner rather than later, you've made Liv a transitional champion for this whole revenge tour, and I think that's stupid. So the only thing you do is you either have Liv beat Rhea once and then have Rhea beat her the second time. Well, I don't
see it, bro. I think it happened. SummerSlam. I don't know what the fuck is happening at SummerSlam, but if Rhea's going to be back in time for SummerSlam, I see that match happening, and I see Rhea getting that title back. I do. I think that would be
I'm having Liv beat Rhea.
That's what I'm
with
saying.
Rhea.
Just once, not twice.
Because
Just once.
here's what I get. Why do people think Liv can't be Rhea? Just because she's Rhea? We're talking about the woman who pinned Ronda Rousey twice. And also,
Rhea.
I hope not just Rhea.
She did,
also,
and she beat Rhea
pinned
before.
Trish fucking Stratus. She pinned the GOAT. Like, why do people seem to forget that?
What's she
I'm
pinned
pretty sure
Mercedes?
I'm pretty sure she's pinned Sasha before too. If we go back far,
I think she did. I already had a match back in 2021.
I'm pretty sure she has.
I don't know who won the match. I already had a match on SmackDown. I was hyped. I don't know who won though.
I'm on this Liv Morgan revenge tour hype train thing that they're going on, but Rhea's getting that title back, and it's just going to happen. So I mean,
cool.
people.
But that's the thing. Timing is the most important thing here.
Timing is everything when it comes down to that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Here's the thing, though.
We all know Rhea's getting the belt back.
If Rhea gets the belt back, what do you do? What other challenger is there that's been built up?
You do what you were doing before.
Which is nothing. They weren't doing anything, and that's the problem.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing
that.
with this. Here's the thing with this title reign. Here's the thing with this next title reign. And what's going on, Anthony? Thank you so much for coming on in. Here's the thing with the next title reign for Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley's going to get this championship back. But like Lav said, how are they going to make it different than her first one? She needs to wrestle.
That's why I don't think she should get the title back yet.
She needs to wrestle. She needs to get back in there
when she gets back. I don't think she should get it back. I think she needs to do what Liv did. You need to win the Rumble again and then go for the title. I don't think she should get the title back.
Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying, it wasn't, okay. Rhea got a lot of bad luck during the first part of it because she did get injured. Right? And, at that point in time when she was, okay from the injuries and everything like that, and the injury scares were over at that point, they really only had her just be along with the Judgment Day. And that was just her being around Dominic, her being around Damian and Finn. And they were just having her be around that just to, fit the, aura of the group. And that was just not the right way to go about it. She was more in the men's division than she was in the women's. Now, she wasn't wrestling the men, but you get what I mean. She was more in that division and just getting involved in that stuff more than getting involved with the women. And the fact of the matter is, at that current time when she was still women's world champion, let's face it, guys, the women's divisions on both Raw and SmackDown were very obsolete. They didn't, make challenges for her or at least even credible enough to go up against Rhea.
And what's the difference now? The only difference is they've added Lyra Valkyria. That is the only difference.
They made the Raw Women's division a little bit more.
No, they haven't. By putting the title back on Becky to immediately go after Liv, this women's division on Raw.
I'm saying there's a little bit more. I'm saying that there's a little bit more credibility and challengers for Rhea and Liv if they ever wanted to get there. But
there's not for Rhea because it's the same field plus Lyra.
It's
now,
up for
yes, there's a bunch of challenges, but not for
Rhea.
It's
up for WWE to make it happen. I'm not saying that it's going to happen overnight, but it's up to WWE to make all of that women credible. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't know what WWE is going to be doing. Triple H hasn't really been doing all that great with the women's division, yet somehow in NXT, that was probably one of his biggest strong suits. So I don't know what WWE is doing.
If that's the case, that's even more reason why they should not put the title back on Rhea when she gets back. If you want to build up credible challengers, you're not going to have them face Rhea when everyone's already thinking, oh, she's no match for Rhea. You have them build up against Liv.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but the fact of the matter is when it comes down to it, it's just a matter of time before they give that title back to Rhea. And it's just a matter of time.
Well,
and
it
Corbin,
needs to be a long time. She should not touch that for at least a few months once she gets back.
And Corbin, you're saying Jade right now going up against Liv or Rhea is you don't even need to get that Women's World Championship on Jade just yet, because to me right now she's in the perfect spot right now at Bianca Belair in that women's tag team title. She needs to stay right where she is, get more acclimated to everything before she even touches a women's world championship or a
Honestly, I don't
women's
think
title.
she should look at it until after she has the Mania match with Bianca.
Exactly. She does not even need to be anywhere near the world title picture right now for Jade.
This is the way I see it for at least the foreseeable future. Imagine Rhea comes back at SummerSlam. You can have Liv go over for the first time. Because remember, this whole revenge tour is not based around Becky Lynch. This whole revenge tour is based around Rhea. So at some point, for Liv to have taken everything from Rhea, she's gonna have to beat Rhea at some point. We all know Rhea's getting the belt back. That's not a unforeseen. That's a factor we already know.
That's gonna happen. Yeah.
And Rhea never lost it, so that makes there should be no one that's disputing Rhea getting the belt back. She never lost it in the first place. But at the same time, there's other factors that have to be taken into account here. You have to make sure that Liv's whole revenge tour wasn't just beat Becky Lynch and never beat the person whose championship she has. You can't have Liv come out and beat a world champion that doesn't have a good world title run for a second time. So you have to make sure that Liv's run from right now to whenever Rhea gets back is sustainable. You cannot make it to where she's just holding the belt for Rhea, because then you've made Liv transitional champion the same way Becky was just technically a transitional champion.
And I never liked the term of being a transitional champion to begin with. I've never liked it. No matter what kind of context it is, whether it's a women's champion, whether it's an Intercontinental champion, United States champion, a transitional world champion just should not be a thing. So
yeah,
if you're going to have somebody be a transitional champion, every single champion in this company, or any company for that matter, should be credible. There should never be a transitional champion, because ultimately what you're telling the audience is that they aren't championship material at that point. So no, I do not want Liv Morgan to be a transitional champion. But it's just a matter of when Rhea's getting back, how Rhea's getting back, and what ultimately is going to be happening here.
See, if Triple H is smart, this is how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Liv does not drop that title to Rhea until Vegas. If Rhea's, depending on what her injury is, I don't know if she'll be back by SummerSlam. No, once I lay it out to y'all, you will see why it makes perfect sense. When Rhea comes back, like Loft said, Liv needs to beat Rhea a bit like that first time. Rhea should not be able to beat Liv while she's in the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day needs to completely crumble because of Liv and the dissension that's already there before Rhea can even think about beating Liv. And then Rhea goes on to win the Rumble, and then you set up the final chapter of that feud to happen at Mania in Vegas. That is where Rhea should beat Liv for the title. Liv should not drop that title unless it's at a big four. And if it's SummerSlam feels too early, I don't think it would happen at Rumble. So what's left? Mania.
I just don't know if WWE is going to go that far with her. I don't. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll come on this podcast and I'll say, hey, I was wrong. But I just don't see. I just don't know, man. I don't. And here's the thing, and I wanted to say this before we move on into the second match, because, as we usually, I'm gonna lose my voice this weekend with all the podcasting that we're gonna be doing.
Been there.
But people are already saying that the Revenge Tour is over. I even said that in my tweet. I should not have said that in my tweet, because the Revenge Tour is not over. Because like Loft said, the Revenge Tour, to me, doesn't stop until Rhea gets pinned by Liv Morgan.
At least once. At least once. I do agree with Loft when he said that. So, I mean, if they are going to do Liv and Rhea again, which they ultimately are, because Rhea's going to have to get a chance to get her title back, and give me 2 matches with them at least, because you got to do it at some point. Rhea's going to get the title back, but Liv has to do it at least one time.
Hey, if we want to be real, I'm gonna be real chaotic with y'all, and people ain't gonna like it. I think Liv should beat Rhea both times because I think Rhea's done all she can with that Raw Women's title. Sorry, the Women's World title. I want to see her on the SmackDown side of things because we still haven't gotten Rhea versus Bianca, Rhea versus Bayley, Rhea versus Jade. I think Rhea's done on the Raw side, honestly.
Well, Rhea and Jade just should not happen just yet. Rhea and Jade just should not happen yet at all. She needs a lot more time before going up to Rhea.
I think that there's a factor of storytelling that they haven't done since like 2011, and I'm not sure why they are using this like, all right, we're only doing one-on-one matches to continue the storyline. What happened to like the heel making stipulations to where they're winning these matches but just not pinning them? So I'm talking about ladder matches, tables matches, steel cage matches. Liv wins a steel cage match, but she still can't pin Rhea. There's other ways to progress this stuff than just consistently going off of pin submission. Because if Liv pins Rhea too much, people are going to get mad anyway. So you make it seem as if Liv is barely escaping. So when Rhea finally does beat her again, which we all know what's happening at some point, it won't be so bad for Liv because Liv has consistently made her way out of it, and she's made a 6-7 month title run out of it. You know what I'm saying?
There are ways for Liv Morgan to be a heel champion and win in a not so clean fashion, other than doing pinfall submissions.
Take advantage of the champion's advantage. Get Rhea disqualified. Provoke her enough.
Have a ladder match and then have Dom push Rhea off the ladder or something. or do a steel cage and then have Dom like smash the cage in Rhea's face. You have to use all of your factors, and they don't use all of their factors anymore. So we're left with battle royales and Becky Lynch. You know what I'm saying?
Sami Zayn. Have her handcuff Rhea to the rope while she climbs the ladder, like Sami did with AJ and Jeff.
Yeah, they have to. The creators.
They have all the tools to make this championship run for Liv work. It's just a matter of how they're gonna do it.
Dom on a pole, do that too.
Dom on a pole, Dom in a shark cage.
Exactly. Use your creativity.
They bring back that fuck ass shark cage. I swear.
You have a whole bunch.
Well, I wouldn't want to see Dom on a pole. I would rather see him in a shark cage on a pole. But
Dom on a pole. You can do a custody of Dominic match. Let's do another.
Oh, jeez, it's the ladder thing again.
Yeah, see, forget the title, custody of Dom match, and then that's another factor. Dom helped the Liv out tonight. Now, the way it looks, he didn't mean to, but if that was an entire plan, when Rhea comes back, Dom's going to help.
They were in on it. They were in on it. They made it look like Dom fucked up, but in the end, I think Dom knew what he was doing.
All right, that's what I'm saying. So if you do a one-on-one match between Liv and Rhea, Dom most likely is going to help Liv win again. And like TJ said, you have to descend the Judgment Day first before you get to all this stuff. I
don't know if the Judgment Day is even going to be together by the time Rhea gets back. There's still the possibility of the Judgment Day not being a thing when Rhea gets back is a strong possibility.
Yeah.
Because I mean, take a look at what's happening with Damian Priest right now in the World Heavyweight title. Damian Priest does not want any help whatsoever to try to retain this championship at all. He does not want any help.
Also, did you see what he tweeted out? Did you see what he tweeted out after Liv won?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dom's gonna be in trouble on Monday no matter what.
Dom's gonna be in trouble. JD, Finn are probably gonna be in trouble too, because ultimately, why weren't they with Dom? Where the heck was everybody else? I mean, this Judgment Day thing is gonna be gone by the time Rhea gets back. And then Rhea's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, what the fuck happened to my group? What the fuck happened?
And then you have Liv who can say that she was the reason why all of it broke down. And you have an entirely new story coming off of that. And you don't have to do anything that is too I don't know. Yeah. You don't have to do anything that's too flagrant to get in the way of what story is right in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's hard to do. It's just They got to act like they want to.
The execution is everything, and the follow-up is also everything. What is the follow-up? Because at this point in time, they need to know what they're doing. Because if they don't, I'm not going to say it's I'm not going to say it's going to fall flat, but with the last title run that Liv had, they need to do it better. They need to.
The best thing about it, it's not hard. They just have to show that they have to show some respect to Liv at this point and stop treating her as if she's just holding the belt for people and treat her like another superstar on that roster.
Yeah. So, I mean, commentators were calling Dom an idiot for saying for doing everything because I mean he literally almost gave the title to Liv at that point. Morgan standing tall on the ramp and the Women's World Championship and fireworks are going off, so they did the whole big thing for Liv Morgan, winning the Women's World Championship there. So good for Liv and becoming Women's World Champion there.
Hey. So apparently, I didn't even notice this. Liv posted the picture of her with the title, and you know how she tagged Rhea. Somebody said, "Why did Dom like this picture?"
Mm-hmm.
See, I mean, they got everything going, man. They're doing so much with so little. It's great. Up next, we had the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match. Now, this match is like, what, maybe 13, 14 minutes, but they did have a great match for the time that they were given. Gable and Otis, I mean, that was really the big story in this match. Gable was the only person that had somebody out there at ringside with him, and it was Otis. And, you know, Chad Gable's such a dick, man. I mean, he shooed Maxine away. Maxine, she didn't do anything wrong. She was just coming out there, and then Chad Gable's like, "Get the fuck out of here." What the fuck she do?
Failure.
She didn't do anything wrong.
Failure.
Hey, no, you know what she did wrong? She came out there looking like one half of Los Conquistadores.
I know, I saw that. I was like, fucking hell.
That's crazy.
I was like, God damn it. But this match was fantastic. Bronson Reed, great stuff tonight. Obviously, Sami Zayn, good stuff. Chad Gable, Otis, the story between those two, fantastic. I was yelling at Otis to hit him. Now, it could have been intentional, it could have not been intentional, but regardless, he fucking hit him, and I fucking popped. So hard. Pause. But great stuff. And it was awesome for this Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat. Sami Zayn retained the championship as he should have. Gable should only win this championship in a singles capacity, so maybe we can get that rematch at SummerSlam between Gable and Chad, but who knows? Gable and Chad. Fuck off, Phil. It's Gable and Sami. And we'll see where things go. But how do you guys feel about this triple threat, man? This Intercontinental title. It's looking pretty good over there on Monday Night Raw.
Hey, I popped hard as hell when Sami hit that blue thunder bomb on Bronson.
That was so nice. So good.
Amazing.
So
bro,
good.
when they hit the dual ankle locks, the chain ankle lock, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then when Chad hit the fucking German on Bronson and Sami, man.
Dude, the double moonsaults were even cool. I mean, Bronson missed his, but I mean, the double moonsaults were cool. Bronson doing the suicide dive, that was badass. I mean, there was so much in this match for only 13 minutes.
What a blind bastard.
Damn. Okay. Wow, how you feeling, man? I mean, Sami Zayn winning the championship here, or retaining rather, was most likely the right call, I feel.
Yeah, I think you have you only have Chad win that belt when it's like only him and Sami in that ring. Bronson there was only there to take the pin. I'm very happy Bronson was there to take the pin because they, in a way, they still protected Chad, and they told they're keeping the mini story of Gable and Otis around. So at some point, Chad is going to beat Otis, or Otis may be the one to like fully turn on Chad at some point, which I don't know when, but it's bound to happen at some point, you know. But Sammy's going to be champion until the Creed brothers join Gable. And Ivy Nile, please do not leave Ivy Nile in the dust.
Don't leave Ivy Nile out of it. Just,
you know,
keep her in there.
But yeah, until the full new Alpha Academy is ready to go, it's going to be Sammy with that belt, and that's okay, you know. So great match, though, absolutely.
Question for the
that's
both
why
of you.
You're a liar, because I know at least one person that likes me. Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, what's your question?
Question for the both of you.
What, bro?
Question for the both of you. We all know that the rivalry between Otis and Chad Gable is inevitable at this point, right? But do you think that this could possibly be an Intercontinental Championship match down the line? I mean, let's face it. Chad Gable's winning this Intercontinental title. But is this feud between Otis and Gable fair enough to put that IC title on the line within said feud? Or do you kind of want to just see that match happen and then Gable can get the title?
It depends on how far they want to go with Otis. It depends on how far they want to go with Otis, because I don't know if Otis has much stock being a solo superstar.
Yeah, I need to see him hoop a little bit, singles wise.
Yeah, I think you should do Chad and Otis beforehand. I don't think it should be an IC championship match. No,
that's fair. That's fair. I was just trying to bring it up because I mean, you know, with everything that's happening right now, I mean, anything can happen at that point. I mean, the Intercontinental Championship, you know, the division is just so stacked enough as it is. It's just a matter of what's happening here. So, I honestly kind of agree that, you know, if we're just going to do the match, get the match over with, do something with it, and get that new Alpha Academy ready in gear for when Gable does win the title. But I mean, who knows? At that point, I'm just scared for what they are going to be doing with Otis, Akira, and Maxine after everything is done, because once it's completely over and that Alpha Academy is dead, I don't know, man. They're just gonna leave him in the dust, and I don't like it.
I don't know. I feel like you can find a spot for Akira. Otis is a weird case, and Maxine's a weird case. So I don't know.
I say send Akira back down to NXT, let him cook there.
That's not a bad idea.
Maxine, I have no clue. I literally have no clue about Maxine, bro. Like valet, but for who? I mean, she could probably be Otis's valet.
You
know,
well, they were doing the whole Otis thing.
Yeah, exactly. So she could be Otis's valet.
That's very true. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. So Triple H, go ahead and split that shit up. We gave you the keys. Go ahead and just turn the lights.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways for these three to, you know, at least be somewhat in the mix. It's just a matter of what it's freaking execution. That's just what it is. It's execution for everything at that point. But yeah. So we'll see. Whoa!
Oh.
You in a freaking train?
Somebody didn't like our thoughts, I guess.
God.
No, that was you. I was on your side.
Oil them brakes.
But yeah. So there we go. Sami Zayn retained the title. And I agree with you, Anthony. Maxine does have a, you know, spot in the division. It's just it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. She is improving, but she needs more work still. And that's no diss to her. It's just She was never really. I don't even really know if she was really ever going to be meant to be in the ring. I don't know if she was really brought on to be a part of that. And that's
I would
just
hope
me.
so. I always had high hopes for her. So, and I always take into account when people are in there repeatedly trying to get better, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think she gets credit for how much she's improved as time goes on, you know. So it's a you could send her NXT too. You could send her NXT
That's
too.
probably what I would do.
Lash went to NXT. Well, Lash has been in NXT this whole time, but she's improved over time. B-Fab's improved over time. Elektra Lopez has improved over time. So you send her NXT, and then you have a whole different division over there, and I feel like it's more inviting on the NXT side of it, you know.
That's probably what I would do, because at that point in time, she would be able to learn at her own pace. She would have somebody like Shawn Michaels that would allow her to, to just get acclimated with everything. And the only reason why I say that I don't think that she was really brought on to be an in-ring competitor in the first place is because what was the first thing that they had her do? Be Max Dupree's sister. Not Max Dupree. Well, fucking LA Knight, was it?
Yeah, that was the name.
It was Max Dupree. That doesn't even seem right at this point in time now with LA Knight. But
it was a dark time. It was a dark time. We made it out though.
But yeah, I mean, she was brought in to be the sister of Max Dupree. I mean, I don't know if she was really ever going to be a part of the in-ring competition up until the point where she kind of had to be. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
But up next, we had the Queen of the Ring tournament final. Nia Jax, Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria's outfit tonight fucking ate. That shit was fantastic. I understand she's a bird.
Especially the significance behind it, too.
I understand she's a bird, people, but, ultimately, the meaning behind it, like TJ was saying, was special. And,
yes.
And yeah, I mean, look, I like Lyra Valkyria. And the fact, like... I get so much disrespect on my timeline towards Lyra Valkyria. It's not even funny. I don't know why. I know why, because she thinks she's a bird. But it's not only just because she's a bird that she's doing this. I don't like.
The thing is, she don't even think she's a bird. People are just dumb and don't listen.
Look,
hey.
she needs more time. I don't even know how to say it, because I think she's a good in-ring performer. The mic work, she needs to get more confidence on that department. The bird thing is not going over. It's going over people's heads and they're making fun of it. It's going to take more than 4 weeks.
Phil, we got to remember that's just the IWC, because it's only the IWC on Twitter and stuff that making fun of the bird thing, because everyone who attends the shows is smart and knows that she's not a bird. She's a fucking Irish mythology goddess, and they understand it. The people on the internet are stupid.
Does she need more confidence on the mic? Yes. Does she need, just a little bit more time? Yes. It's going to take more than a 4-week tournament to get people acclimated to her. But, and I have to say this is a different audience. NXT, from what I felt like, they were doing pretty okay with her. Or at least the audience was getting, well adjusted to her. It's a different audience. And that's what it really comes down to me. She'll get there. It's just gonna take time.
I just don't understand her. You know, that's just my thing. I don't think she's bad
Bird
at
thing or
anything.
just
I
her?
just
What's happening?
no, beyond the bird stuff. I just don't understand her. So, I mean, if at some point it hits me one day, then it hits me one day. Um, she put on a great match tonight. I don't understand her at the moment. So, I mean,
But what does
that's just
that
a me thing.
entail? Like, what's that mean?
Yeah, what
It
does
means
that
what I
mean,
said.
Ross? Yeah,
All
you
right,
keep saying that, but nobody knows what that
Wait.
means. Like,
I know
okay,
what
you
it
can't tell
means.
us what part of
No,
her
but what
growth.
does it mean then? Because
All right, let me see if I can explain this. I don't know what her purpose is in the division. And see, now when I explain it, it's gonna sound worse. It's gonna sound like I'm ripping her to shreds.
no,
And this is why I want to do this.
no,
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
yeah,
I don't understand
we'll
what her place
understand it.
is.
The people here will understand things.
I hope so.
Anything else?
I don't
Hopefully.
understand what her place is in the division because in the past few weeks, it seems like she's only been there to help Becky Lynch out. She comes out there, does her thing. It seems like she's like a placeholder for something. It seems like they're trying to put Lyra here. They're not trying to
You see
go
it?
anywhere with her. It seems like
You
they're
see
just
how this
putting her in
boils
the
down to
spot.
Becky's fault? This is all Becky's fault.
No,
I think she just needs to clock Becky.
I'm not even going. I'm not even going to blame Becky.
I'm not.
I'm not even going to
No,
blame her.
I don't even think it's
I'm
really
blaming
that
Becky
deep.
for it.
No,
I'm
listen,
blaming Becky for it.
I don't
listen,
think it's
Becky
that
wouldn't have
deep
been
though.
involved
I
in this.
don't.
listen. I felt this way. I felt this way in
Listen,
NXT.
Linda.
I felt this way in NXT before Becky even got there. So I'm not going to blame Becky. Ever since Lyra got there, it was like, all right, she got the woo. She's just there. She reminds me of like 2010 Yoshitatsu, where Yoshi
Oh
was just
no!
she,
Oh no!
yeah, see,
No! 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 No!
That is very
Yoshi was
wild.
just
No.
there.
Okay.
Yoshi
Okay.
was just there
But Ross,
doing stuff.
Okay,
The
can I ask you a
reason
question
why-
then,
no
Lon? Can I
direction.
please ask you a question? Because I saw this in another live chat that I was a part of, and I felt like this was just the utmost disrespect. Well, actually, no, because we were just talking about Maxine earlier, and I don't know if I want to go there.
You already here now. You might as well say it. I mean,
Because somebody in the live chat that I was speaking to earlier saying that Maxine Dupree has a lot more potential than Lyra Valkyria ever will in her entire career.
whoa, that's
Phil,
kind
to
of
be
easy.
straight up with you, Phil, I don't ever want to hear nobody say that stupid shit.
I don't. I
That's
completely
crazy.
shut
I
that.
almost had an aneurysm.
I completely shut that man down in every sense of the word when I saw that comment.
I
But
don't know about that one. Yeah.
I think Lyra has a lot more potential than Maxine right now.
Yeah.
Like she has the potential. It's just not.
There's something
gonna-
not there.
It's going to take more than a 4-week tournament to get people on her side. It is.
I think I'm not against her. If she can win as many matches. She can go out there and beat everybody. That's cool. I don't hate her. I'm just trying to figure out why it seems like she's just a superstar who's filling out a roster spot. She's a great wrestler. The crowd is starting to respond to her. The promo thing works out itself as time goes on. I'm not going to hold you with the promo.
She needs a lot more confidence in that, but she's trying.
Cool. Cool. That's great too.
Yeah.
It's just as far as before she puts a mic to her mouth, when she walks out there and when she has these matches, it seems, and I'm saying this NXT too, even NXT roster, it seems like she's just there to fill a roster spot. She has not done anything for me to say, okay, this is why you're here. A mission statement, a direction as far as matches and storylines go. It just seems like she's there to take up TV time. That's not a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think they have consistently put her in a position to where she looks like an enhancement talent when she's not enhancement talent, you know?
So right now, she's just a filler for you in this division.
Yeah. But at the same time, a lot of the filler superstars are bad. She's filler, but she's really, really good.
Yes.
So that's where my confusion is coming in. That's why it's hard for me to explain it, because as good as she is, it seems like she's just there to do whatever. So at some point, they give me some direction. If at some point she comes out there and tells me, obviously, I'm here to win championships. Okay, cool. Everyone's here to win championships. If she gives me a legitimate reason to believe in her on a consistent basis beyond when that bell rings, I'm here. You know, it's not gonna be too hard. It's just I don't understand it right now. You know,
this is the reason why I thought that they were actually going to try to pull the trigger, because with everything that she was doing with Becky Lynch, as soon as she got up to the main roster, and immediately got tied to the hip of the Women's World Champion at the time, in Becky, and then Liv, because now she's the Women's World Champion. I wasn't saying that Lyra had a legit chance, because I mean, I pretty much think that we all kind of knew in the back of our heads Nia was winning this Queen of the Ring. But with how much that they were trying to go all in with Lyra, I would not have been shocked if Lyra won this and got the championship match at SummerSlam. I think it would have been way too early, because right now Lyra is just not connecting with people. But I would not have been shocked.
So you mean to tell me? Imagine, remember I just brought up Yoshitatsu to you. You know, if listen,
I know
if Lyra beat Nia tonight and then she goes out there and challenges Liv at,
it would not have been
SummerSlam,
believable. It would not have been believable.
It would have looked like Batista versus Yoshitatsu in 2010 Raw. That's what it would look like. That's what I'm not calling Liv Batista for y'all start yelling at me.
I don't even remember that match.
I don't even think it happened, bro. I just said it. I don't even think it happened. I'm pretty sure it didn't. But I'm saying,
okay,
that's what it looks like. Main event superstar versus someone who comes in for 15 minutes at like 9:15.
At that point
and
in
they're
time,
good,
I would have.
But it just there's no direction there.
At that point in time, if that match were to ever happen, whether it was going to be Becky or Liv, I would have never believed for a single solitary second that Lyra was going to be winning that championship on SummerSlam. If they did give her the title. And that is bad.
And she's a former champion, so that's even worse.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
and I love Lyra. This is the thing. If I can give this much critique on somebody that I actually like in this company, then I'm, I guess, a real fan.
That's the problem with a lot of these fans. The problem with a lot of these fans is they don't like criticizing their favorite superstars. They just like to say everything they do is perfect. I hate Liv Morgan's finisher. She has to stop doing it. I hate
the
that
Oblivion sucks. The Oblivion
it's really
sucks.
bad. And now Tama Tonga does it, but now he jumps. Stop.
He just does a flatliner, and that's just even worse.
Liv is a flatliner.
Yeah, but it's a rope assisted one. That's the thing.
That makes it even worse.
That makes it worse.
I'll be back. Hold on.
But I don't understand why he just doesn't do the gun stunt cutter. I don't.
Duh.
Didn't he used to do that in Japan?
Yes. Yes. And then they just stopped because they don't like me or something. I don't know.
Because nobody else can have an RKO but Randy. But yeah. Do you think Lyra was in that spot because she was NXT champion? She could have been. But I think I think whoever was really going to get called up to NXT from to Monday Night Raw from NXT was going to be in the Queen of the Ring. I just think they did Lyra over Kiana because I think Lyra has a little bit more experience in the ring than Kiana. And I could be totally wrong on that. I could be. I don't know. I haven't watched NXT long enough to see both of their careers in that time frame. But I think they just gave it to Lyra because she has a little bit more. She's on main event? Yeah. Well, I mean, I see what she's doing on main event now anyway, so I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, regardless, Nia Jax winning was the right call. And now she's Queen Nia Jax, and she's going after Bayley for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. So, here you go. I feel like Bayley's retaining that title at SummerSlam, right? I mean, I would think she would have to. Yeah. I feel like that would have to happen, right?
I'll tell you that.
So, yeah. But But yeah, I just felt like whoever was really going to be called up to from NXT to Monday Night Raw was going to be a part of that tournament. It was just Lyra because I feel like she had a little bit more experience in the ring than Kiana. And again,
I mean,
like I said, I could be totally wrong because I didn't really see both of their careers in NXT long enough to really know.
Kiana's really good too. It's just
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I'm not going to say too much on Kiana because they didn't really I'm Phil again. They didn't really do so much as far as presenting her yet. So I'm away on that.
I don't have a second layout.
Oh man.
I do not have a second layout.
We just here with it then.
All right, well, you're going to be TJ then for the rest of the time.
All right.
Okay. Unless because TJ's at work, that's the reason. So I get it. So there you go. But yeah, so there you go. King of the Ring, Gunther, and Randy Orton. This final was everything that it needed to be.
Absolutely.
Everything that it needed to be. The only criticism I have in this match, and it's small, but it's not small. It's big because it should not have happened this way. Randy's shoulder was up. That's it. That's it. That's the only criticism I have in this match is that Randy's shoulder was up in that final part.
I'm not gonna hone in on that because it was merely circumstance, you know. So
I don't know what happened though, because I feel like that was going to be the
they
finish. I just
up.
don't know what happened.
They messed up, you know. So I'm not gonna like hone in on that too bad. Gunther's gonna win either way, you know. So messed up finish or not, the same result is going to stand. You know, it doesn't matter if they messed up the finish 3-4 times. The ending is still exactly the same with Gunther being King of the Ring. So, I mean, match itself was excellent.
I'm not gonna show on the whole match because of that, but it was just that one thing, and now everybody's clowning that whole finish and all of that, saying Triple H, you're gonna fix this. What are you gonna do? Triple H addressed it, people. He did. He addressed it.
I don't even think it's I don't even think it's that deep, you know. But people are weird, so I don't know. But I definitely don't think it's that deep. Like, it's not going to change anything. I don't know why. It's like a thing of conversation. Really, it's nothing's going to change. The
decision is final at that point. So.
Yeah.
And Gunther was going to the thing is, I felt like this tournament was made for Gunther anyway, so I felt like he was going to win regardless.
That's what I'm saying. So they could do a rematch whenever they want to do it. Randy gonna lose again, and then we're back where we started. So you might as well just live what we got now. It's not that bad, and it was always going to happen in the first place.
Well, what's your thoughts on this narrative of Gunther winning all the time? Gunther wins too much.
Who said that?
I've talked to some people. I don't know why I talk to these people, because sometimes they just say some random shit just to piss me off and annoy me. But it's a narrative out there. It's a narrative out there that Gunther wins too much, and I'm like, why do you care? Gunther's great.
I don't think he wins too much. I think that is the point of what his whole gimmick is, being the best in the ring. So you being the best in the ring, you can't go out there and lose most of your matches and claim to be the best in the ring, you know.
Or Gunther wins almost everything that he is a part of. Okay. And
there's a lot of superstars that do that, you know what I'm saying?
And
there's a lot of superstars that have a lot more wins than they have losses. But then we're having different conversations at that point. That should be a dead narrative.
Not everything has to be given to Gunther. That's also another thing I heard. Not everything is given to him. Okay?
I don't know how anything was given to when we were calling dead fish in the water when they changed his name on NXT that time.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying, "Oh, yep, it's over. It's done."
Everybody was fucking livid.
Dead. I was too. Dead. It's over.
I was one of them.
You know,
but it
and
grew on me.
Said, "Oh,"
and it ultimately fit more.
Yeah,
this name fits more now than Walter.
The Triple H is like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna make Walter and Gunther two totally different people. He's gonna cut half his weight. It looked like the bitch got taller. He looks more menacing than before.
Walter ate Gunther.
I think Gunther probably ate Walter. They look similar, but they look totally different. It's like
they look like two totally different people to me. They do.
Yeah. And you've done everything you can do as far as presentation. So, and you've revitalized the IC Championship.
Yes.
So if he finds a way to win the World Championship and then go in a longer reign with that, oh my God! Now he's revitalized 2 championships. To me, he's already a Hall of Famer. In my head, he's already a Hall of Famer.
That's big. That's big.
You know why? Because he changed a record in the book. If you change a record in that book, I don't care if you champion for a certain amount of time and you break one of them records and you become number 1, you're a Hall of Famer now. Every time they look in that book, that's your name. You have to be in the Hall of Fame. You have to be. You change history. Roman Reigns, Hall of Famer. Take everything away from him.
Yeah.
If he would have debuted when he came back at SummerSlam and then went on this Tribal Chief run, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Broke multiple records, and now when people look at it, IC Championship lineage, he's number 1. You can't have him outside the Hall of Fame. That's just the way it goes. When you're number 1 in something, you can't take it away from him. You know.
In 2 championship reigns, his NXT UK Championship and his Intercontinental Championship reign. It's a combined days of 1,536. And that equivalates when it comes down to years as 4 years. Basically Roman's reign.
Yeah.
Basically Roman's reign as undisputed Universal Champion at that point in time, a little over 4 years.
Everyone talks about Roman all the time, but it's like, Brad, you have someone who is a better wrestler than Roman Reigns. I'm not having that conversation.
I'm not having that conversation either. I agree.
Much more dominant than Roman Reigns. Also not having that conversation. Has put on consistently better matches. The only thing Roman has had over him is the bloodline story. Gunther doesn't have that. And a lot of superstars will never have that.
The one thing that I'll the one thing I'll give both of them, and I say both of them because even though the latter, I have to say years because we're talking about Roman.
Yeah.
Even though in the latter years of his championship run, the matches that he had, he being Roman, during the championship run were fantastic. But I'm saying this only because when it comes down to both Gunther and Roman, during the times of when they were champion, both of them made their championship challenger look A, credible, and B, actually worth the damn facing.
Yeah.
They both of them did very well with the opponents that they were given, and ultimately at that time, you looked at every single challenger that went up against either Roman or Gunther as credible threats. Because Gunther and Roman made them look like that in the ring.
Yeah.
Gunther at this current state in time is unstoppable, even without the Intercontinental Championship. The fact of the matter is, when I heard Corey and Michael Cole on commentary today talking about how Gunther was not the Intercontinental Champion and how they were just trying to figure out like how to even say that he wasn't even Intercontinental Champion anymore, that mind boggled me. They're like, I can't even get over the fact that he is not Intercontinental Champion anymore. Because it's like, it's engraved in our heads that I feel like he should still be champion. And it's like, It's crazy to me, but
When
Gunther,
let me see.
go ahead. Go ahead.
When a superstar leaves an impact on you like that, you can't ignore that, you know?
Yeah.
And the reason why, if we're going up the narrative of why Gunther is given everything, which is again stupid, he's top wrestler in that division. I'll take my bet on him beating anyone in that division on a wrestling standpoint. I don't care what promotion it is, because he's done it to multiple people in other promotions. He's had matches with Will Ospreay. He's done these things all around the world against many different people that we know, and they're not even in WWE. They're everywhere the fuck else, you know.
Yeah.
But he's already had this, you know. He's already been this good.
Look, Gunther winning King of the Ring was obviously the right call. It was obviously the right call. He is now getting the World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. Whether that's going to be against Damian Priest or Drew McIntyre, that remains to be seen. Triple H said after everything that happened in the King of the Ring matchup that it will be Drew McIntyre challenging Damian Priest at Clash at the Castle in Glasgow, Scotland for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, we can talk about that as just a whole other segment here on the show, because now we really have to think in terms of SummerSlam, what's the matchup? Because to me, if you really want to think about this here, because I feel like Gunther's winning that World Heavyweight Championship. I do. I don't think you would have Gunther win this King of the Ring and have him lose his World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. I don't. Especially with Gunther being that guy. So does Damian Priest somehow, some way, find a way to retain his World Heavyweight Championship? Or are we seeing a new World Heavyweight Champion in Drew McIntyre just to drop it to Gunther? I don't know if I like that. You're muted.
CM Punk.
Thank you. Thank
He
you.
has to interfere so Drew loses again. So now you have the match with Drew and Punk at SummerSlam.
Not for the title.
Exactly. And then Damian just loses to Gunther.
Yes. That's exactly the way I was going.
That's
exactly the way I was going.
Yeah.
Because let's face it here. A reign for Damian Priest from WrestleMania to SummerSlam is a solid enough reign to say, hey, I was World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know if this is going to be the only World Heavyweight Championship in my career, but at least I can say I was a World Champion.
Yeah.
From WrestleMania April to August, that's a good enough reign for you. Especially for your first championship run. Especially for that. CM Punk flies to Glasgow, Scotland, even if he doesn't even have a matchup. just like the AJ LA Knight narrative. AJ Styles flew all the way to wherever the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view was.
Mm-hmm.
Attacked. He attacked LA Knight, right? To set up the WrestleMania stuff. So there you go. CM Punk flies to Glasgow, calls Drew McIntyre the World Heavyweight Championship in his home. Damian Priest retains. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre can happen at SummerSlam without the title. Damian Priest versus Gunther. Gunther wins the title. That gets you two matches right there for SummerSlam.
Yeah, and you're not missing out on anything because, again, like I told you earlier, they're not presenting Damian like a world champion.
if you can't be presented in a world championship caliber like way against Gunther, then I have a problem. But you need to do something. You need to start presenting him more in a better light if you're gonna have him face Gunther.
him and Swerve are the same people. Try to tell you. Him and Swerve are the exact same people.
Well, that's Tony Khan's fault.
Yeah.
Tony Khan don't know what the fuck he's doing with Swerve.
And it seems like you don't know what he do with Damien. He's got the belt. You know that?
Look. I've overall liked what he and Christian have been doing, but I think he and Christian just know what the heck to do to make Tony Khan's shitty creative work. But I think that's honestly just I think that's honestly really just the experience of Christian and allowing him to really take the reins in that rivalry. But again, we can talk about that another day. But yeah, I mean, that gets you 2 high-profile matches at SummerSlam, and then at that point in time, you're looking really good for SummerSlam at this point because you got Gunther and Damien for the World Heavyweight title, Bayley and Nia for the Women's World title. You got CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and if everything does go correctly, LA Knight and Logan Paul, that's a great top 4 right there. And those are only really just 4 matches right there.
Yeah. You got Liv and Rhea probably. Or maybe a triple threat if they want to do that. I don't know what the fuck Cody gonna do.
That really remains to be seen. People are saying it still could be Randy, but I don't want it to be Randy. I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's way more Mania worthy to me.
Yeah, you. I see your viewpoint. I don't know.
But this is again WWE's fault for stacking Monday Night Raw to the gills when they didn't do anything for SmackDown.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's really interesting. I don't know. Whatever. Cody's in a weird spot, but he's in the best spot to be in because he's fucking champion. So it's not really that bad for him. But at the same point,
I was gonna say it's a good problem to have, but it really isn't when you can only count 5 people right now.
I mean,
that can be credible.
I think that opens up the time for them to be like, all right, now we have to make new start. That's why I said Montez Ford to you earlier.
To build a new start. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the opportunity now to get people in there that haven't been presented like that already, and to bring people more into the forefront that haven't been there before. You know what I'm saying?
And Corbin, that's exactly what I would want. I know people are sick of The Rock already at that point, but Rock and Cody at SummerSlam is not a bad idea. Plus, you do The Rock and Roman here. You do The Rock and Cody here. Roman comes back, costs Rock the title. That's your start.
Yeah.
Survivor Series right there in front of you. Roman's bloodline versus Rock's bloodline. Inside War Games. That's strike number 2.
And at the same time,
Mania.
And when they're starting Roman and Rock, you could start Randy and Cody at the same time.
And then strike number 3 would be right there. You can have Rock and Roman at Mania and Cody and Randy at WrestleMania at the same time. At that same WrestleMania, if they want to do that.
I heard on the news yesterday. I watched the news.
The news.
Yeah, I watched the news
like Channel 3 eyewitness news type shit, or like
it was like
just wrestling news.
It's like fucking here it's like Channel 29 and shit. But like they were talking about
that's a Channel 3, man.
Fucking what was it? Oh, they said Dwayne Johnson, better known as The Rock, has wrapped up his Moana tape. And I was like, oh shit, there we go.
If he's coming back, he's coming back.
They said it on there, so I was like, aha. So now he wrapped it up. So now it's at any point he could be coming back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, we're talking about bloodline stuff right now. I don't mind this right now for the way we're going. But do you want Jacob Fatu to fit in?
Shit, wherever
Just
he
a
fit
random
in,
question. I know, but
I don't know what side. Him being on Roman's side, I would be terrified. Ooh, bars. Fucking Jacob and
that's
Roman staring at you, bro.
that's personally where I want him. Because it evens
Jacob
it out
and
that
Roman.
way.
Fuck, man.
Because it evens it out that way, bro. Because you have
That's
Tama Tonga.
even.
Well, even in terms of numbers, 4-on-4. But
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
you have Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Solo Sikoa, and The Rock. That's 4.
Yes.
Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Jimmy, and Jay. That's 4.
Shit.
That's your bloodline right there. That's your bloodline civil war right there in War Games.
You're
then
right.
if you want to add Sami or Cody to make it number 5, you can, I guess. Because the honorary Uso or Cody, because, Cody got helped by Roman to win the title at SummerSlam or retain. And then they would just have to find another 5th guy for, I guess, Rock's bloodline, but fuck.
Call fucking Zilla or some shit.
I guess they could fucking call Zilla or somebody. So, I mean,
they got a whole
you
people
have
they
it.
can just call,
I understand that Jacob Fatu being a babyface kind of doesn't really make much sense, but I mean, where else is he going? Roman's old enforcer went rogue. So what other better enforcer to have than Jacob Fatu?
That's a fuck ass enforcer, man.
I'm telling you, bro.
You got Roman's big ass, and then you have Roman. Someone asked me what Jacob Fatu is. I said, you see that? You see big bitch Roman right there? Him, but with a fucking moonsault and 10 times more athletic and a longer beard and 10 times more scary. Isn't that fucking terrifying? Yes. I don't want them to. What the fuck? I don't want them to on the same team. They're probably going to be on there, but you're going to get your ass beat. Got Roman and Roman 6.0.
He's a freaking final boss in himself.
The damn tank. Get that shit out of here, man. Solo going to get his ass beat. And The Rock.
And this is the reason, too. I'm glad you brought up Solo. Because everybody and their mother, apparently, in WWE is so trepidatious about Jacob Fatu outshining everything that Solo Sikoa does in that ring and outside the ring. They should be fucking terrified.
Yeah.
They should be. Don't put him with Solo Sikoa and that new bloodline, because if you do, Solo's not the leader. Jacob is.
And guess what? You know why they're scared? Because it's their fault. As soon as they brought Solo to the main roster, they said, "Give me all your personality."
Yes.
As soon as they did that,
they didn't have him talk for 3 years, and then all of a sudden, when that didn't happen, now all of a sudden he's talking. He's looking like, what was that meme? I saw a meme. Did Bruno Mars ever wear that red and black suit? Or somebody wore that red.
I think you mean The Weeknd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars. I am so sorry. That don't ever take my musical things as gospel or whatever. But The Weeknd wore that exact same suit. He looking like The Weeknd out there, and he's just like, oh yeah, you can't lose. Or I'm a spike you.
Even though he's lost every match.
Even though he's lost every match he's been in.
Getting his ass beat repeatedly.
Yeah, don't ever take my, musical stuff as genius or gospel or anything. Because I saw the meme, I just didn't totally look at it. Okay? And it was just on my timeline. I just didn't click it.
They had fucking Solo running undefeated until right before 39. Cody goes over, and then Cody loses at 39. I'm like, all right, bro. See, like they've been fucking up Solo ever since he got to the main roster, and now they're trying to fix it. Nah, he look fucking stupid now, walking out there with gloves on. Tough some thumb. Now you can't lose. Fucking Tama just lost, beat his ass, or something. I don't know.
When are we gonna get Tonga Loa in a singles match? I don't know. I think they're scared. I think they're scared to put Tonga Loa in the match. I do.
I'm scared. People keep telling me he's trash.
Yeah, even though he's not.
I've never seen him
really
wrestle before,
isn't.
but people keep telling me that he's like bad. I'm like, I don't know. It's fine.
He really isn't all that bad. I think everybody's just taking that botch that happened when he was supposed to pull out the referee and he didn't.
Nah, they
And
were
they're
showing me
just gonna
Lucha
have it,
character.
and they're just gonna have him run with it. That's just gonna run with him for the entire career now.
They were
And I
showing me
think that
Lucha Fan
sucks.
shit of him like messing up, and I'm like, I mean, everyone messes up. But I don't know why he's so bad. I mean, I'll have to watch to figure some shit
He's
out.
not, though. That's the thing. I really don't think he is. I think
He
they're just
probably
going to
isn't.
have that. I just think they're going to have that stigma of him fucking up on that referee spot, and they're just going to carry it out with him. And I think that's a terrible thing to do. But, you know, WWE and the fan base.
I want to see what the fuck Roman says to Jimmy and Jay when he tries to get back, because he has to apologize for 4 years of manipulation.
I want to see how Jimmy gets resurrected.
Oh shit!
Because he's dead right now. We don't know where he is. I mean, he's injured.
He's gonna come back jumping around.
I mean, he's injured, I think, still. But
yeah,
I mean, how are they going to do that? And how are they going to have him show up on Raw when he's not a Raw superstar? He's not.
They ain't gonna give a damn. They'll just do a trade or some shit. I think some trades are about to happen anyway.
I think AJ's going to Raw. I do.
He probably is.
I think AJ's going to Raw for Braun Breaker because I don't think Adam Pearce wants to handle Braun Breaker anymore.
I listen. I pray for this and it happened again. Braun and Melo on the same show. This is what we were talking about before the fucking draft, man.
I think Braun is going to SmackDown to possibly get paired up with Baron Corbin again because that A adds another tag team to the division and B gets Baron Corbin into something instead of just losing.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can have your Carmella and Braun thing.
Forever and ever. Amen. Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
And then AJ could possibly get a world championship before he retires because that's basically what they're telling.
I would love for them to run a freaking AJ and Finn angle too. Just I feel like they have a lot on the table with that before AJ leaves. You know,
because AJ said he doesn't have much time left, so I think they're going to have this whole thing be of him trying to get that world championship before he calls it quits and calls it, which I would not mind, and I'm gonna be crying when that happens when he does retire, but. Man. That's for me to worry about, not anybody else.
I'll be there with I really thought he was going to AEW too. I really thought him and Sheamus were going to AEW, but like I'm happy they didn't because it's just that was unfortunate.
Heck, we don't know. We don't know for sure. I mean, heck, he could turn around and go to AEW, but we don't know.
You're right. Sure.
Oh, and that brought up something in my head, and I don't like it.
Fuck.
I don't like it. Ooh.
What are you doing?
People are automatically thinking that since Becky lost the championship tonight, that she's automatically going to AEW because she's going to be a free agent in a few weeks. She's not leaving.
Man.
He's not leaving. She's not.
When I tell you, I will rejoice.
Seth just re-signed a contract.
Yeah, she ain't going nowhere, bro.
Becky's going to become a free agent. She's going to allow Tony Khan to send over that deal. Just, here you go. We'll give you like $4 million. Here you go.
A day. Give her $4 million a day. Just do it. Fuck that, bro.
We'll give you $4 million or whatever Mercedes contract is. Here you go. She's going to take that contract to Dwayne. She's going to take that contract to Ari and Triple H and say, all right, you going to match this? You're going to match this or going to give me a little bit more? If you give me a little bit more, I'm signing with you. And they will.
The Triple H is going to say, that's not going to work for me, brother. And they give her a spine buster.
WWE is keeping Rebecca Quinn. I am telling you right now. There is no way I see Rebecca Quinn going to AEW.
I would throw a party in this bitch. I would throw an actual party in this bitch. If that ever, it probably won't. You're probably 100% right.
What?
But, oh shit!
Can I can I ask you a legitimate question? No, and I know you don't watch
Yes.
AEW, so this question probably means nothing to you in the grand scheme of things. You probably just want to see her gone.
Yeah.
But is Becky Lynch really going to do anything in that AEW women's division?
I mean,
and this is a genuine question, by the way, people. This is not.
Yes and no. I say yes because Tony Khan always does the best job of, as soon as WWE superstar comes over to AEW, he's like, oh shit, we got to give you every championship, you know? So he'll probably put a belt on her. But then
if Becky wins a fucking championship at that point in time, I'm done. I'm done.
He does it all the time. He's never not done it.
Because she's not going to one company just to fuck up my, trying to, stay involved with it. Just to,
if you can find me when he hasn't done it, he did it with Saraya and he still didn't work out. He's about to do it with Mercedes tomorrow, Phil.
She is. She's winning the title.
Who else? Punk got there. World Championship, repeated.
Edge won a championship almost immediately when he came up there. It's a TNT title, but I mean, it's still something.
His level of booking is not hard to figure out. As soon as he gets someone from the WWE, a belt is getting put on them. I think the only one that is an exception is like fucking Cesaro. And I don't even know if he won a championship. I don't know.
Not yet at least, but it could happen.
Wait, he didn't have the Ring of Honor belt or something? Or am I tripping?
But who the fuck watches Ring of Honor?
Yeah. Point is valid. All right. But it's just the same thing. He does it all the time. So I mean, listen. In the grand scheme of things, she wouldn't make a splash. But as soon as Becky comes in there, if Tony Storm is still champion, Becky's going the fuck over. And you better hope Mercedes is not world champion. He'll be fucking taking his shirt off to do a Becky.
I'm surprised it's not for the world championship tomorrow. I am. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's not for the world championship tomorrow. I'm actually shocked that he put her in the TBS title picture. I am.
I think
as soon as I saw that woman debut in that building at the TD Garden, I was like, yep, she's going to be a world champion in a matter of like 6 months.
You know what they're going to happen to? They're going to end up making that TBS championship worth more than Tony's. Because Tony not losing tomorrow. So.
Oh, Tony's definitely not losing. Not to Serena Deeb. I love Serena, but she ain't losing.
Yeah, so until Mariah May beats Tony at some point in the future, they're going to Jade Cargill that shit up. And Mercedes is going to be that person on the show forever and ever until, I don't know. I don't even know if anyone's going to beat Mercedes. I ain't going to lie. I don't know who the fuck is ever going to be Mercedes. Because no one beat Jade.
We will talk about Double or Nothing tomorrow. We will do a prediction show. We're not doing a review. Because fuck that shit. But
I just fuck.
Well, I want to do a review, but the fact of the matter is it's gonna end at like 1:30 in the morning.
I'm gonna be out, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm here for Mercedes match and like Tony's match, and that's damn near it.
Oh, Elisha, you are not wrong. TBS totally wanted Mercedes. They did. Now, I'm not gonna tell you that you're a liar because you're not. You wanted her so bad.
Phil, you got to make the graphic. Rebecca Quinn is all elite. That's what I need to see.
I'm not going to because when I do, it's going to happen, and I don't want it to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll make a Rebecca Quinn is all WWE.
Ew, all WWE.
But I am not making an all elite one. I'm not.
Man, that's gonna be a day. It probably will never happen, but a guy can dream.
Because what is WWE at this point now? Or not WWE? What is AEW at this point now? With all the WWE people that they have, they're not the alternative anymore.
They're trying to stay alive, and I commend them.
They're not the alternative anymore. They
haven't been the alternative for 4 years, Phil. That's what I've been trying to tell people this whole time, but then like, nah, fuck love. No, I'm telling you what it is. They were the alternative in 2019.
And
In the
as
first
soon
half of
as Triple
2020.
H got full control of that bitch, Tony stopped.
'Cause he
Tony
got scared.
stopped.
No, I said that as soon as NXT beat AEW, that's when it set in. He was like, oh, fuck, I ain't got no pot. And no one want to talk about that because everyone was talking shit when it happened the first time.
I will. I'll
No,
talk shit about that all day.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. Fucking, that's why I'll never let that shit go. Because AEW beat NXT and NXT fell to the fucking bottom. People were just sucking Tony's dick, you know. And then when the roles were reversed, oh shit, now it's different now. And now AEW's in a weird spot because they can't sign any more free agents because then you're moving people out of the way.
And here's another thing, and we're gonna get right into it. And here's another thing, and we'll get right to the main event in just a quick moment, people. But I appreciate everybody here.
Neat.
But here's the thing: AEW is coming up on the media rights, right? And if AEW does not have a home, they're screwed. They're screwed. Tony Khan has said on multiple occasions that he is needing this media rights deal. He needs this media rights deal. Needs it badly. And if he doesn't get what he is ultimately trying to get, he's going to have to do the one thing that he hasn't been able to do yet. Or not been able to do, but he hasn't done yet. Point blank, period. And what is that, Loff? Letting people go.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
He's
Oh,
gonna have to.
That.
He's going to have to.
No, Phil,
Dude,
no.
What else does he have left to do?
Ain't shit.
If he does not get the media rights deal that he is ultimately trying to get, he's gonna have to. And that is just the nature of the business. But Tony Khan has not gotten to a point yet to where he has to let people go. And you're right, Lisha. He has already held people hostage. He has. Adam Cole was signed there for 7 years.
7 fucking years. You can't even sign an NBA player for that long. That's nuts. I can't sign LeBron for 7 years. You can sign fucking Adam Cole for 7 years. Fuck that shit, bro. That shit pissed me off. Adam
Cole is signed there for 7 years.
You know how long 7 years is? It's 7 years, Phil. Fuck. 7 years. And then he had the fucking nerve to say, oh, Ricky Adam Cole is hotter than he's ever been. No, the fuck he's not.
Ricky Starks, gone. Wardlow, gone. Hook, gone. I mean,
Brian
those
Cage.
are just 3.
Hell no.
Those are just 3. Brian Cage, I would love to see him go. Because he's fucking great. And they don't know how to use him.
MJF, soon. Not now.
I don't... He's there. He's staying
there. He's there now.
He's staying there. But he will be in WWE. And when that does happen, that's going to be a killer.
Shit.
I mean, and those are just 4 names. And those are big names. Or, well, MJF is, and then, well, Hook, he's getting there. But he's still FTW, but he's still in the FTW title division, which fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Wardlow,
a learning
before they went sour on him, before they went sour on Wardlow, he was a big name. And then Brian Cage is a big name. He is not a big name in AEW, but he is a great guy. But he is a great guy. So, I mean, those are just 4. And those 4 are basically known to be going to WWE in the near future.
Sasha Banks coming back. What?
She will be in WWE. She said it herself.
I'm making a prediction right now. I think MJF is going to be a part of that 2-night SummerSlam.
That is a fair assumption.
It's a half-court shot, but damn it.
That is a fair assumption.
I know MJF is coming back soon, but hey.
That's 2 years. I've always said that if MJF was going to resign with AEW, it would be under a 2 to 3 year contract. That would fall right in line. Look,
Man. I don't know, man.
And Anthony, I saw your comment earlier. At this point in time, TNA is the alternative. I'm a stand on that. I agree with you 100%. I do. I may not be able to watch it weekly, and I actually kind of had a little bit of a chat with Aiden English about that, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
What the fuck?
I'll tell you off camera.
That's a crazy person to just yell out. It's Aiden English.
Aiden English tried to help me find ways to watch TNA if I can't watch it on a weekly basis. And
bro?
It was overall a great conversation that we had, but it's okay.
I'm glad it's okay.
Again, I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, look, TNA is doing some great stuff right now. I may not be able to watch it weekly, like I said, but Aiden English helped me out with that. So there you go. Now, instead of just, I think we shat all over AEW for quite enough right now. I understand we can do a whole live stream about it, and I'm pretty sure it would be doing some very good numbers. But let's talk about the main event, because this is the final thing we have to talk about before we end it here today. The main event was fantastic. Look.
Yeah.
Cody and Logan was always going to be a fantastic match. It was always going to be. Cody, fantastic in the ring. Logan, whether you like him or whether you don't, you can't deny the in-ring talent that the man possesses.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody said to me in the replies of my tweet saying, I can and I will, and that's just a Logan hater. But I digress. The match was always going to be good. The brass knuckles thing was a great thing to tell the story on, even if it was a small story to tell, because there really was not a story in this matchup. It was just a brass knuckles. But again, I digress. It was a good thing to do. And using Michael Cole off was the perfect thing for this.
That was
perfect.
I want Michael to just hit him. He was talking kind of crazy. Michael get right.
I was screaming at my TV, Michael, hit him.
Corey's holding the back. I said, nah, let him go. Let him go.
And then when Corey was saying focus on the task at hand, imagine if Corey Graves were to ever get back in the ring and it was Corey versus Logan.
I don't like Corey, but damn it, that would be a cool match. I ain't gonna lie. I fucking hate Corey Graves.
Dude, stay down, Corey. The stay down version of Corey Graves in NXT was fantastic.
That might be kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
The stay down version of Corey Graves in NXT was great. Look, we all know the relationship that Michael Cole has with Cody Rhodes. So that right there, it's just the dynamic of everything right there was just fantastic to tell. I
think
I loved it.
They did a very good job of making Logan seem like he's going to win. I don't know why every time we have a Saudi Arabia show, he just has to have a Universal Championship match. I don't know if that's in the contract or what the fuck.
Well, that's the prince. That's the prince of Saudi Arabia. That's them.
But hey, I mean, shit, he makes it work. It's not a bad match, and we're moving past the days of the bad crown jewel and shows like that, like shows being just fucking.
This was the best crowd to me out of all Saudi shows that I've seen.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because the crowd was pretty lively for most of the show tonight. The only thing I would probably say was the Queen of the Ring match. They were kind of just indifferent on both ladies, but other than that, I felt like it was good.
They got. I think France set the standard for these international crowds, so everyone is going to try to outdo them. They probably will never beat them, but damn it, it's a very hard thing to try, and it's good.
They set the standard for Randy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I never heard them sing Randy song like that.
I should have. You know what? Us United States fans, I mean, we should have already been singing Randy to the Ring, but
We're trash, bro. We
We're
suck.
stupid, so
We're fucking fat burger eating bitches. That's what we are. Fucking love pickup trucks
we're
and beer.
stupid,
And
so I
fucking,
mean, it is what it is.
we're trash.
But
man.
yeah, I did get scared one moment though. I did. Not scared that Cody was losing the title, but scared for Logan. Cause he did that bitch ass frog splash through the table again, and I thought he did a triple whammy again.
Oh yeah, that looked pretty bad.
I
Yeah,
thought he did a
that
triple
trash,
whammy
man.
again. I did.
That
I
shit looks
did.
like it hurt
I
every
thought he
time.
tore his ACL, MCL, and medical meniscus again, all over again, and I was like, "Damn it, Logan!"
That
He
shit
killed
looks
it.
cool every time
He
does
did
it.
that spot very well. It was just, damn it, you're doing it again after the last time.
I need people to stop doing buckshot lariats if you're not Hangman and Page, or I'm gonna get mad.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's his move, and everyone needs to stop doing that shit. You're not like
You know, Hangman's not even back yet. Again, talking about AEW.
where the
He's not back
fuck is Hangman at?
He took time off for personal reasons.
Oh shit!
Like a few
Okay.
months ago.
Oh damn!
But again, we still don't know where he is. Again, I thought he would have been perfect for the Anarchy in the Arena stuff, but they did Darby, who can't seem to, stay alive at certain points of his lifetime. So, we'll see where
He had a
that goes tomorrow.
flamethrower for some reason. I saw him
That
kill
was
that.
crazy. The fact that he got his foot broke in a match against Jay White, and I was there for that, by the way. The fact that he got hit by a bus.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And apparently only broke his nose in that entire exchange. That's even crazier. And the fact that he was able to have a flamethrower after everything that he's been dealt with.
Yeah, no, man.
Okay. The Cody Cutter on the announce table was insane. They just need to stop making that announce table so goddamn hard to break. Because it's only the American announce table that is that hard to break. The German announce table, the Arabic announce table, the Spanish announce table, the any other kind of announce table. They're easy as pie to break. American one? Nope.
I'm gonna say this too. The spot of the night, and I can't believe I'm fucking saying this. The fucking Annihilator was ridiculous.
Dude,
I screamed. That
I
shit
know
looked
we were
terrible.
done talking about that, but yeah,
Fuck.
that shit
amazing. Oh,
look.
Oh, that was a bad.
I would not be shocked if Lyra had to go to medical and have her pump in oxygen.
That looked sick, man.
And no, that is not a joke. Like, because of Nia and her weight. That is not. That is just the fact of the matter of her landing on her like that, full force. It looked like the hard way.
That's just a killer move right there, man.
And it was just a killer move. Dude, that's nothing against Nia at all. It's just I would not have been shocked if she just had to, get some oxygen back into her lungs. That's all.
If anybody falls on you that hard, you're going to have some problems breathing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're falling too. Yeah, no, you go and sit there for a minute.
So I mean, look,
damn.
That spot was crazy. When I saw Logan, get those other brass knuckles from that jabroni, I fucking yelled at the top of my lungs. Because I thought that would have been a perfect opportunity for LA Knight. Instead.
Oh, yeah.
Step in and say, hey, no, you're not giving the brass knuckles to him. LA Knight and Logan Paul right there. That's set for SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But nope, they didn't do that. They just had some jabroni from his Prime podcast or whatever the fuck it's called say, hey, here's another set of brass knucks. And there you go. But there's that. And you mean to tell me that brass knuckles doesn't show up anywhere in your tights, that does not leave a single like indent in your tights or get those, a little puffed out a little bit.
In most cases, no, I guess. I mean, I don't know. The refs act like they don't see it, so it's not there.
And how does the referee not see the brass knuckles already on Logan's hand when Cody was pinning him? I mean, Cody was pinning him.
See Randy's shoulder.
He didn't see Randy's shoulder. I mean, dude.
If it's the same person, I don't know if it is or not.
I don't think it was, but and then the chair for Liv Morgan's spot, because Liv was supposed to get the chair out of the ring, but it got caught on the apron. Had to ignore that part.
Okay.
I mean, there were some hiccups tonight, but overall the show and the overall results of the show were exactly what they needed to be. Exactly.
He'll be on Botchamania before the night's over.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not my job.
Matthew's already probably going to work. Matthew, the creator of Botchamania, is already probably going into work. But I mean, look, every match tonight was solid. Every outcome was right to me, in my eyes. And we're setting up great things for SummerSlam. And we already have our main event set for Clash. So, overall, I give this a 2 thumbs up show. I do. Now, what do they do in terms of the follow-up? That remains to be seen. We'll see in due time. But overall, I'm loving it. And I can't wait to see what happens. So, good stuff. And now I just see Tony Khan posing with Tanahashi, as apparently Tanahashi gave him a Liger jacket. Okay. But yeah. So that's it. That is it for the post show of WWE King Queen of the Ring 2024. Now I don't know if this is going to be a yearly thing. I would hope that King and Queen of the Ring is going to be yearly from now on, instead of like a 3-year, break. But we'll see. And I think it's going to be a very good tournament anytime that it does come around again. So I enjoyed it. This was easily one of the best Saudi shows that they produced. Easily. And I don't think anybody's really going to dispute that. Trying to see if I have any other points to bring up. Oh, yeah. Just some programming notes. We will be live tomorrow afternoon somewhere in like maybe the 2 to 3 o'clock time frame to do Double or Nothing predictions. I'm going to see if I can find people that have actually watched the product. Because I'm not going to lie. It's nothing against the people that we all associate with, right? But I think I'm legitimately the only one in the group chat on Twitter. And again, people can't correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to talk in the group chat as soon as I get out of here to see who would want to do the prediction show with me. But I would kind of want to have some people be a part of that prediction show that actually kind of knows what's going on. Again, not disrespect to anybody else in that chat. But yeah. And yes, I'm still talking. I'm trying to talk so that Loft can get back here so that we can end the show together. But yeah, we're going to be doing Double or Nothing predictions. I just hope to find people that have actually known what's been going on AEW TV. So, but we are not doing a review. I'll say that now.
Yes. Oh.
I know you're happy we're not doing a review.
This show could be
I was
long, bro.
I was just telling them that we will be doing predictions. I just kind of want to find people that have actually kind of know what AEW is doing. It's no disrespect to anybody in our chat, but I don't know if anybody in this group chat besides me knows what's happening on television.
I think the only one that watches consistently is Zay. I think it's the only one.
Okay. If Zay is available, I guess I would be inclined to possibly do a show with him.
He's
But
the only one I know as far as like our immediate circle, but you know I don't. So
it's not that I wouldn't want anybody else in there. It's just that, it's kind of just the nature of a beast saying, all right, yeah, sure, we can have predictions, but I mean,
yeah, I told you, I'm only on pay-per-views for the most part, unless I like really, really want to. And the last one I fully watched was the one where when the Elite came back and they when Jack Perry came back, he attacked Tony. And I was laughing at that for about 20 minutes because
I believe that was the last one.
That was pretty funny.
Well, the last Dynamite you saw was when Tony got attacked?
Yeah, that was like the last one I like sat down and watched the last hour of it.
Okay, then honestly, you really did not miss much.
Yeah, really? Yeah, no. This decision like came very recently, It just ever since then I was like, yeah, no.
What made you want to sit down for that?
I don't know.
Just because Tony was getting attacked? I mean, that's a fair point, but
I didn't know. I didn't think Tony was going to get attacked. I just wanted to see what Jack Perry had to say, and then I watched all of it, and then the next week I was like, you know what? No, it lost it for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Because Double or Nothing 2024 tomorrow, including they added a pre-show match. What the fuck is okay. Deonna and Thunder. That's not a bad pre-show match to have, even though I kind of would have liked to see that on the main card. But there's 11 matches. Now keep in mind we usually have about 15, 16. So 11
We're getting somewhere.
Is actually kind of tame.
We're getting somewhere. Okay. All right.
I kind of would have liked to see Deonna and Thunder on the main card, considering their story is a little bit more intriguing, but they're on the pre-show. And the match that I would probably want to just put on the pre-show instead of Thunder and Deonna would probably be Trent and Orange. But again,
why is Orange like alive? I saw him get power driver onto steel steps.
Onto steel steps, and he's alive. Yep, that's exactly what I brought up on the review show.
I saw that and I was like, okay, bro, like what are you?
Yep.
I'm so done with that dude, bro. I can't.
I think he wins tomorrow, but I mean, I would want Trent to win. But yeah, again, we'll talk about it all. I mean, hell, the fucking Bang Bang Gang are holding 9 championship belts, so it is what it is.
As long as Mercedes and Willow have a great match, that's all I'm looking for.
Did you hear me, Love? I said they're holding 9 titles.
What do you mean they're holding 9?
Each set of trios championships.
How many? Wait, what?
They're carrying around the black strap version of the AEW Trios Championships. They're carrying around the pink strap version of the AEW World Trios Championships, the one that's scissor, because he acclaimed. And they're carrying the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships. That's 9 titles.
That's ridiculous. One day we're going to talk about how far the Acclaimed are falling. Cause what happened?
Yeah.
Cause what happened?
Like, and they're the unified AEW World Trios Championships, but they're holding 9 titles.
Or they're trying to Roman Reigns that shit. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
That's fucking ass. That's what that is.
But yeah, I mean, they're holding 9 fucking titles, and 2 of them don't even mean anything.
Damn.
2 of them by the meaning of the belts that scissor and the Ring of Honor ones, because fuck Ring of Honor. Nobody watches that shit.
Damn.
But yeah. I
Why
mean,
is
there
Sarah
are,
Hogan not on Dynamite? What the fuck? Like, why is she still not on Dynamite?
I think she's on Ring of Honor, and nobody
She
watches
is.
that, and that sucks.
He definitely is. The last time she was on Dynamite is when Jade was still there, I think.
Yeah. Look, we'll talk about AEW tomorrow. Whoever it's gonna be, I don't know, but I'll figure that out. But yeah, that's it. Go enjoy the rest of your night. I think actually BTBC is going to be doing their review show for King and Queen of the Ring. So if you guys want to head over there, then
Bet.
check out Axel, WrestleSpot, and Tommy. Go do them. Yeah, but we'll talk to you guys soon. Tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. is what I'm thinking. But we'll talk to you guys then. Have a good rest of your night. Stay safe. God bless. And for TJ, aka Love, we're out.